Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm the Riviera Fish. Today we're dealing with Earls Athletic, currently 5th in the beginner league. We are 1st in Pro League 1. We're going to stat pad, of course. Problem is though, who do we stat pad? I think we're not going to use Pidas. I don't think he's going to score enough goals now to be considered on there. Morelli stays on. Walter, Masters, Brian. I don't think we keep Brian on. Maybe Kyra instead. Yeah, he's got 2 goals, 2 assists. Kai's probably better to keep on there alongside Morelli. Again, he was meant to replace him. Leroy, of course, he's going to be on there anyway, I think. 8-11. It's very good. Let's get Melis on there. And Wisniewski, Romanov, keep you on. I don't think we're going to get many on the All-Star squad, mainly because of our defense. The best we can hope for is our forwards and our midfielders. And the problem with that is that in order to build a good team, you need all-star squad players in each position to be selected, so that they can last longer, and then therefore allow you to train more players, whilst building them up to replace them. And this is part of the fun gameplay loop, where you have to keep constantly changing players out. Anyway, 5% for them to win, 7 for draw, 88% for us to win. And that's what I mean by it might take a season or two in order to kind of recover from a horrible, and I mean a disgustingly bad transfer window. That's all on me. Completely. I should have changed the kits as well. This is a horrid kit clash, but whatever. Morelli back to Romanov. To Morelli again. Shot blocked. Kicked away. Goes to Davinta. Tackle by Romanov. Good. Could pass it through. Yes, he does. Morelli, you cross it in and we score our first goal. No. Okay. Decent through ball, but Kaya is on the chase. He's fast. Pass into Masters. Could pass again. Oh, you idiot. But yeah, the most important thing is getting a decent amount of players to get onto the All-Star squad. So it kind of refreshes their stats. And on top of that, it allows you to get some sort of a protective barrier whilst you try and get newer players to replace them in the future. The hardest thing to do is bring a player on halfway through the season, and they show off that they're good, but because you brought them halfway through the season, they don't have enough stats to be chosen for the All-Star squad. So ideally, the best time to get a player is at the start of the season, during the transfer window. Build up their stats during that. But again, it is hard to kind of predict whether they're good or not. The very start of the season, or pre-season. So sometimes there's a complete leap of faith whether someone's actually good or not. So yeah, again, ideally, you would want the first season to be absolutely perfect. They get a bunch of goals and/or assists. Then they get chosen for the All-Star squad, and then you have a squad to work off from then on. If you don't do that though, you kind of have to really hope that your squad's good enough to carry the season. In which case, they didn't really this one, as evident by our practically instant crash out of the ECC within 2 group stage games. Which of course makes it way harder to actually, do transfers next time, because you just lost a whole bunch of money. Because you didn't win the ECC. And if some of the players who did get onto the All-Star squad, they might ask for a pay rise, then that just causes everything to be a whole lot harder. I can see that maybe one of our veteran players who we would want to have kept would ask for a pay rise. And that, on top of the fact we just lost out on the ECC money and possibly the World Cup Classic money, we might have to sell some more people than we expect. Ideally, though, we would have to get rid of the VIT. But we also need to find a replacement for it at the same time. So that, again, the only time we ever keep the VIT if somehow there's no goalkeeper of a decent quality whatsoever available. But even then, I might just replace him with a random goalkeeper who costs $200 or 200 coins, because he's honestly not that great. I think it is genuinely 2 for 2 that we've had him, and he just can't catch. Look at that! Don't volleyball the ball, man! Don't punt it away. Also, I gotta say, while I was speaking, okay, I was about to say our scoring rate today has just been horrible, but we just scored 3 from a fantastic shot by Burkhardt there, and we scored 3 within like 10 minutes or so. So actually quite good. See, where were those shots during like the regular games or the ECC? Like where they take a risk and just it pays off massively because he has the time. Then again, they're not closing them down, so I guess that's why maybe. Go on, pass it away, dude. Mellis to Walter, 1-on-1, goal. Lovely assist by Mellis. Simple goal. Bro. Oh, tackled. Higher. To Egger. Now to Walter. Morelli. Crosses. Yes. Burkhardt gets it in. 5-0. Easy peasy. Skip. But again, looping back to the conversation about how to keep like a good squad going. I think it's still part of the fun. You see that in real life when a team kind of like loses its way, even though they had a fantastic season beforehand. They just completely just lose it after some terrible transfers or like personal drama within the team that causes someone to leave. And they have to scramble to kind of like save their season. And it takes like a couple seasons for them to readjust and then suddenly they just completely do a 180. And it just looked really good again. That's why I can't really be like a proper football fan. Because the chance of your team actually doing well takes so many different factors into consideration. It's almost considered a form of gambling at that point. Like, I would hate to actually like put a lot of my happiness dependent on whether my football team can actually score a goal or not. Like, properly. The amount of times I've seen like title winners or teams that have come second to title winners because of the most dodgiest calls possible known to man, or like a goal that could have happened but didn't because like they slipped like 1 centimeter and the ball just like rattled the crossbar and didn't go in, and the goal difference is like maybe like 1 away from actually them winning. Terrible. But at the same time, I don't get how parasocial fans can be. Like, when a team wins the World Cup. Yeah, no, it's fun to celebrate that. But I would never say, yeah, we won the World Cup. Because I did not do anything at all to help contribute towards it. We didn't win it. The national team did. We did nothing. Yeah, we could support them, yeah, you can say that. But, like, you can't just go ahead and say, yeah, no, they won because of our support. Absolutely not, no. You can say the support contributed, absolutely. You can't then just say, yeah, no, it's because of our help. Yeah, sure, man. Sure, mate. It gets worse when they lose, though. How dare you lose? How dare you lose a game which, you know, we did not contribute towards? And we'll start spamming you in Instagram. With horrible vitriol, just disgusting messages. That's the worst side of football. And that and people who like gamble their life savings away just for like the most minimum like thing possible. Just for them to lose and then just lose out on more money. Gambling's a slippery slope. And I know, because I started getting Pokemon cards, and that was a horrid... Like, I spent more money... I'm normally a very frugal person, but I spent a lot of money on Pokemon cards recently. Good goal, 9-0. I told this story on stream, but I saw a listing of a pretty good full art card of Fido. If you don't know Fido, it's literally like it's a dog made of bread in one of the more recent games. I don't know which one it is though. And this full art is basically a card made fully by an illustrator that takes up the entire space of the card rather than just the classic, just the top portion of it. And by the community, majority of the time, it is a very sought after card for full arts. This card I looked at normally costs around about 20 quid, I think, £20. The listing was put on as a bid, with the starting bid being £1 something, like £1 3 pence or something. I looked at it thinking, okay, I could bid on it. Like, if I lose out on it, I don't care. I just don't spend the money. The whole day goes by and I win with a bid of £1. So this card that has the possibility of being like 20 odd quid was sold for £1, and then like delivery charges bumped up to like £2. Half the cost of the card was just delivery. And I got that card. Oh, that's it. And he had an option to buy it now. So if you didn't want to bid, you want to buy it now, you had to spend like 5 quid or something like that. Nope. I'll spend 2 quid on the bid and win. Thank you very much. Honestly, the Pokemon TCG space is disgusting. I was also in the queue. The 30th anniversary. I was sat there for 2 hours. Then I was watching TV, I think. I came back to my computer because I put a timer on to tell me when to get back to the PC. Turns out the queue went faster than I thought. The page was there to go get Pokemon cards, but because I was left idle for too long, it reset me in the queue, so I had to wait another hour. Terrible. Wait, I'm lying. No, the first queue was 1 hour, and then the second queue was yet another hour. So overall, I spent 2 hours, not the 2 hours in one queue. I spent 2 hours in 2 separate queues. We got the cards though, just not the Elite Trainer box, which gives you like 11 packs. But given how badly people's luck are, I've seen people spend like, it's 57 quid for an Elite Trainer box. They get the whole pack, or the whole box, and they barely get enough hits, as they call them, like the really good cards, to justify the spending. Hopefully I'm lucky. I spent 40 quid instead on the smaller packs. That's okay. Hopefully I get lucky. Hopefully I might be able to open on the stream maybe. Anyway, while I'm talking, we are up winning 13-0. Classic game. I didn't even know it scored. Oh, Burkhardt scored just then. Master scored a couple. Leroy, Kaya, Edgar, Walter. Walter scored again. I hope Masters gets a couple of goals though. A lot more. He said he scored 2 right now. Burkhardt he scored 5. Okay. Edgar scored once today. Cool. Melis Tovoshnievsky. Be end of the game soon. Oh, unless we get one more goal, baby. Oh, it's offside. Never mind. You could have stolen that, but whatever. 14-0. We're not going to check the goals again. I know I saw a really good goal there. I think it's by Leroy. But we're not saving it because it's... I don't know, it just feels mean. Not that one. It's this one here, I think. Right at 69, baby. Yeah, this one. Well, I mean, that is a good goal, though. You know what? No, I will save it. I don't think any goalkeeper's saving that at all. No, unless you predicted it's going top corners, you're not getting that. Oh, that's one thing I hate as well. The amount of times people just go, "What's the goalkeeper doing?" You do not know what's going on in his head. Also, you don't know his POV. Like, there could be players blocking the way. I do get there are moments definitely where the goalkeeper plays absolutely poorly and just lets in a complete howler. But the instant reaction for a lot of people to go, "What's the goalkeeper doing?" when it was a perfectly fine shot, like a really good shot you can't save, annoys me. Alright. 8 players, I guarantee you we have the least amount of defenders selected. Oh, come, what? That is a joke and a travesty. Are you kidding me? How do you get chosen? I'm not sure if it's his, like, official, but I normally expect the first place chosen on, like, the ones who were... Yeah, there you go. Like, I doubt he is the first choice. I guarantee Barbossa's better. Tanaka for Kyoto Bros, Vargas for Aztecan, Melis for Spiderverse, somehow. Burkett for Phoenix, what? O'Hara for Burst and All Boys. Romanov for Spiderverse. Aracelli for Capora FC. Kuruma for Evolve Elite. Tejeda for Bridgeford. Leroy for Spiderverse. Masters for Spiderverse, yes. Morelli for Spiderverse. What? Walter for Spiderverse. Diaz for Sport Caravea. Burkhardt for Spiderverse. And finally, Molchanov for Oxen County. What do you mean? Molchanov? How many goals did he score? Oh, that's fair enough. 14. That's actually good. That's fair enough. Oh, he missed out by 1 goal. Like, oh my goodness. Dude, Burkhardt scored 5 that previous game. he cheesed his way through. Ain't no way. Anyway, up next we're against Old Masters. That's the team that literally just had Molchanov, no? I'm stupid. Oxen County, sorry, Oxen County. I keep getting this two mixed up. Yeah, Molchanov was chosen. Ridiculous. But yeah, currently 3rd place Old Masters. We're 1st. I'll see you there then.